every man, every woman, one vote. Some of our greatest thought leaders across the political spectrum believe that Majority Rule Day is the single most influential day in Bahamian history. Let's explore. Come journey with us.
January 10th, 1967 represents a second emancipation, a collective struggle that has deep roots in the aborted mission of abolition. Abolition did not give formerly enslaved persons the civil and human rights that were owed to them. They remained disenfranchised, oppressed, and subjugated at the hands of the white mercantile elite. Thus, true freedom and civil liberties was deferred in 1834 and conferred in 1967. The political fight took hold in earnest during the turbulent period of the 1930s and 40s. Indeed, the Burma Road riot is rightfully considered as the first shot in the battle for political change in the Bahamas. The riot also kindled the development of a pro-black consciousness, a kind of political awakening in the colony, a necessary precursor to black rule and independence.
I used to live in the West and I went to live on Hawkins Hill, but I didn't go to Eastern. I stayed at Western Senior. So I had to walk from Hawkins Hill to Western Senior. And I remember coming down that morning, the ambulances screaming up Shirley Street, and you could see there was excitement in the air. And at lunchtime at the school, a Bahamian rode through on a bicycle, and a Canadian soldier with a bayonet attached said, "Halt." And maybe didn't know what halt meant. And there was, I think there was a sort of wire mesh fencing there. And we were all horrified when the soldier pushed them up against the fence. And then we saw the people coming from town, coming down on Blue Hill Road with bolts of cloth and all that sort of stuff. Then we found out that that was the day of the riot. So that was quite a shocking introduction to the political state of affairs in the Bahamas.
It was the beginning of the empowerment of all of the people, and all of the people feeling that they now had a stake in the government of their country and the ability through hard work to enhance their own standard and quality. It was a beginning of the spreading of that throughout the entire Bahamas, not controlled by one small group for the benefit of that group and their chosen few. I think they should celebrate it to ensure that they will never, ever be enslaved physically or mentally again. And a total repudiation of any totalitarianism, a celebration of our true democracy by all of the people. And I think we can do that.
We were British subjects prior to 67. Prior to 73, as a matter of fact. We have changed since 1967. We became an independent nation. We became Bahamian citizens. We owned our own aircraft. We have our own national anthem. What else we have? We have our own passport. And we are somebody. And after 1967, there was hope for the masses. That was the most important part of the struggle to 67. Hope for the masses.
Lynden Pinland was sworn in as premier, and in his pronouncements, he unleashed the spirit and the ambitions of thousands of Bahamians whose spirit had felt depressed and whose ambitions were not acknowledged, and recognized that he and his colleagues and the other Bahamians who fought alongside him and his colleagues, was able then to encourage young people.
Well, first of all, you felt that the Bahamas belonged to you, and that you could do anything you want to do in the Bahamas, which was true. The one thing about majority rule, people found that they had more opportunities. They could talk. They're not afraid of anything.
In a democracy is really a sharing. It should never be simply about one group. All the groups that are a part of the population should have a voice. So I think that it should be understood as a celebration for all Bahamians.
And I concur, because if the principle is that we have a more egalitarian democratic society where fairer and freer elections can be held and the rule of law trumps corruption and minority rule, then surely all of us benefited from majority rule. White, black, persons of different ethnic origins, we all benefit from what happened in '67. So I see that the holiday is something should be celebrated by all Bahamians, but it also should be a reminder that there's still some work to be done. Our democratic principles still need to be expanded upon.
For the average Bahamian, they don't really understand what majority rule is all about. What could change that is, I think we need to educate our Bahamian people more about majority rule. From my perspective, I do believe that regardless of the color of your skin, whether you're black or white, that all Bahamians should be engaged, appreciate, and enjoy majority rule.